What is going on, guys? Quality XA here today, and today we're bringing you guys a brand new Destiny 2 video. So today we're actually going to be talking about the Festival of the Lost. We're going to be talking about a Throne World as well as a possible first look at it. We're also going to be talking about some of the Corrupted Strike rewards. So let's get right into this. Now before we do, we're still giving away some silver. If you guys wanted to be within a chance of winning that, leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new around here, comment and follow me on Twitter. So, first up, talking about the Corrupted Strike Nightfall rewards. Now, Phyllis and his team actually got the Corrupted Nightfall to actually show up on the map. Now, I don't know whether this bugged or glitched, but you guys can see they've got the brand new Corrupted Strike emblem here, which actually looks pretty darn awesome. It says that they've got 0 score for whatever reason, but the emblems themselves look absolutely incredible. So these are the emblems that you will actually get from the Corrupted Nightfall Strike. Moving on, one of them did actually obtain the strike-specific weapon known as Horror's Least, and this is a brand new pulse rifle which you can only get from this strike specifically. It looks pretty deadly, and some of the perks look pretty decent as well for that kind of pulse rifle. So pretty darn awesome, and yeah, really cannot wait for the Corrupted Nightfall to come around, and really cannot wait to get my hands on that emblem as well as pulse rifle. But moving on, talking about emblems, I did see this in the database. This is known as the Transcendent Legendary Emblem, so earned by completing all Ascendant Challenge time trials. Now currently I'm not too sure if we have time trials in the Ascendant challenges. I really want your guys' opinion on that if we do, but this could mean that in the few coming weeks when we get more Ascendant challenges that they will be time trial, which is pretty awesome. Let me know your thoughts in that comment section below. But moving on to the more interesting stuff, we have got this about scout rifle damage. So at the release of Destiny 2 Forsaken, scout rifle damage was reduced for PvE activities. This was further impacted by an issue where explosive rounds were negatively affecting damage, which was addressed in a recent hotfix. To further address the player feedback, we are planning to increase scout rifle damage by 15% in a future patch. Stay tuned for updates. Now this is a very good step in the right directions. Currently I do believe scout rifles are the most underused weapons, maybe used a little bit more within the Mida multi-tool on PvP, but PvE they definitely don't get used as much as what I thought they would do or what they should be used to. So yeah, a real good step, and hopefully we get some good scout rifles popping on the scene of PvE now. Now moving on, we're going to be talking about an interview with Scott, who actually is a Bungie developer, so I will leave this interview link in the description. But yeah, let's get right into some of these questions with some awesome news. So, Dreaming City has entered a 3-week cycle that will continue to change. Does Petra move every week according to this? Do you have plans to add it and fast travel points? So, Scott said it's an interesting question, right? Petra moves every week. Regarding fast travel, I thought many things, but I thought that narrowing down the fast travelling point to 1, as in the previous work, makes us feel close to the Dreaming City and makes it easier for you to understand the topography it was. So there is no addition of fast travel. So very good that Petra moves every weekend. I guess it keeps the locations a little bit more interesting and you're going to different places, which of course could mean that there will be some more discoveries. Moving on though, we do get this about the Festival of the Dead. So they say, we were able to confirm the event Festival of the Dead with a trailer of the Korean version release or annual pass. Could you tell me more details? So Scott actually says, Festival of the Dead will revive. It is a very cool content, but details cannot be disclosed now. I will be able to talk within the next few weeks. Now very interestingly, we do have this image here, which was actually spotted in the trailer, and this is how the tower is going to look when the Festival of the Dead actually arrives. Now it does look pretty cool. You've obviously got the candles lit around this figure here, so you've got a guardian actually sitting. As well as that, you've actually got like what looks to be a statue. Not too sure of who that could be, but I'd like your thoughts in that comment section below. Could it be related to the event? Of course it will be, but who could that figure actually be? Next, about secret missions. So they say, do you have a secret mission like an exotic weapon, the Whisper of Worm? But they do call it Whisper of Insect because of the translating. So Scott actually says, I have, however, as I speak it will not be a secret since I will not be able to talk about it anymore. So they do have some more secret missions. I don't know what this could be hinting at, but they do basically translate it to, yes, there is some secret missions in the game. They don't say whether they're available now or when they will be available, but it is very interesting. This could be similar to the Whisper of the Worm, in a sense where we actually have to figure out how to activate this exotic quest. And we do also know that there is some exotics still in the database, what we currently don't have. That being the Malfeasance, as well as the Wish Ender Bow. We could also get some secret ones, but I'd really like your thoughts in that comment section below on how you guys feel about that. But I really like the thought of some more secret exotic missions actually coming back into the game. And next up we do have some talk about the Masterwork Core fusions. So they basically say it doesn't feel very balanced, and Scott turns around and says, I agree that it is not balanced. Although you can purchase from the Spider, it is very expensive. Currently we are considering consumption of fusion, etc. So again, a change that is definitely needed in my honest opinion. I don't feel like Masterwork should be in the infusion. Maybe a new currency which you can earn possibly a little bit better, but I do believe it is a good step that they do have the current infusion system. It makes you work to infuse, but then it sort of forces you to use weapons that you wouldn't normally use, which again I don't really like that, especially when there's things such as the power difference in the game mode such as Iron Banner. Moving on though, we do have a little roundup of this on Reddit. So ZozoT3 actually said Petra will move her location every week, no fast travel in the Dreaming City. Prestige Last Wish is coming, but Bungie hasn't decided the release date. On the raid release date, someone at Bungie had to stay all night to see who beats the raid first because they had manually activate the new Dreaming City. The detail of Festival of the Lost will be announced in a couple of weeks. Bungie abused the Masterwork Core too much, they are addressing it. Private match for Gambit is coming, and Scott Taylor is working on a new future Destiny project beyond the annual pass contents. So it does look like we've got even more content coming, which is really awesome. Really cannot wait to see what actually comes out beyond the annual pass, but I think we are thinking a bit too far ahead because the annual pass does sound like it's got some really awesome content. I do believe it's 3 or 4 updates that we're actually getting next year or this year. But yeah, really cannot wait to see what they actually bring us. And then last but not least, today we're going to be talking about the Throne World. So somebody actually posted this picture where they actually glitched into one of the areas, and as you guys can see, they're looking through with a sniper scope to what looks to be a brand new area. This actually looks like the Throne World. Now we've spoken about the Throne World multiple times on the channel, where Mara Sov is actually almost locked in an Ascendant realm in her own Throne World. We don't know too much details about it, but it could be linking to that, and this does almost look like a world that is different, a Throne World. It does also look Ascendant as well. So we do actually have this in the lore. So someone actually rounded this up on Reddit. So they said, so the confluence is directly under the Blind Well, and using the term multi-week means at least 2 or more weeks before the portal in the confluence opens up, which I would assume we use an unstable charge of light to get into and defeat a plague of well. Now we do know that we can use the charge of light to actually do this, but this could be the step of activating how you would go to the next place, to the Throne World or the Queen's Court. They also say there is some stuff in here that also states this is her 3rd Throne World, Mara and Riven created. Perhaps it will rotate every 3 weeks. He does also say, I think it might have something to do with having a full set of Rivery Dawn set because of the line she said she walked between planes and sorted the threads of reality on a vast metaphysical loom, weaving some closer, some more distant. So she could be making some reference to how she actually created this Throne World by weaving the threads of reality together, but the fact that there is an entire set dedicated to the Dreaming City that also have unique effects when Ascendant seems like it could be related. So you may have to be Ascendant when we actually go to this special world. So obviously I've linked the triumphs here where I do say visit the Queen's Court and visit the Queen's Court every time Mara Sov is present. And then you've got enter Mara Sov's Throne World. So we do actually have this image here underneath the blind well. So you guys can see that this looks like it could possibly open up to be a portal in which you could actually go to the Marasov's throne world, or maybe even the Queen's court. I'd really like your thoughts, but this space currently isn't used for anything. Like I said, it is located underneath the blind well. But yes guys, that is pretty much the video. Like I said, there was a lot to talk about today. If you enjoyed, a like would be much appreciated, as well as subscribing if you guys are new around here. But as always, peace out, and I hope you enjoyed.